Hi folks, it is the afternoon of Monday 23rd of July. It's about 5:30 and it's been raining for days. What I want to do is have a go at making one of these, as I said, one of these squared off kind of dishes. This was like I didn't do a very good job on finishing the bottom of that one. Anyway, this is for, I get my butter like this from my Amish lady, it's £1. Arguably this, when it has been fired, is going to be, that's going to be a fraction small maybe, I don't know. So, alright, so join me for that. Yeah, I've just thrown a pad here to put a bat on. So I'll just do that. It's okay. All right, there we go. We are ready to start. So the idea with this is, I mean, that one there I didn't throw on a bat actually. Just threw it on the wheel head and then I just blow torched it and lifted it off. This one I'm doing on a bat. So I've got here 24 ounces of clay. That is £1.5 pounds, in other words. So I can't remember, to be honest, when I made this one some weeks back, exactly how wide I did throw it, but I guess it, if I move the sides in, I suppose that there would be what the diameter was. I reckon if I throw it 7 inches wide, and then we will square it. Okay, so it's pretty basic stuff really, except for the squaring off. That's not quite so basic, but yeah, the weather's sort of become, it's kind of humid. All this rain. Alright, so just centering up, coning down. So think about, you know, in terms of when you're coning down and flattening out your clay, think about the piece that you're going to be making. Sort of think of perhaps the diameter across the base, approximately, just to give you a rough idea. Alright, so there we are, we've got that on center. Okay, let's break in. Something like that. Now with these flatter shapes, I like to actually just check through the base for thickness. Yeah, well, I've got probably a good 1/4 inch there, that's good. I'm not aiming to make a flimsy butter dish. I'm wanting it to be a little chunky, perhaps a little sort of a la farmhouse, if you know what I mean. You know, not too sort of like fine china. Okay, so a flat base, then just pulling up these sides like that. Yeah, I'm feeling my way, you know. Now just lifting up those sides. Should we move the camera closer? Or is it okay? Well, just move the whole shebang a bit closer. Yeah. Something like that. Right. So yeah. Alright, well, I'm going to actually try and just widen that touch in the base there. Okay, now pulling up the sides like that. Now this does have a rolled rim. Okay, so there it is. Okay, now let's just take that rim and double him over. That's really what a rolled rim is. It's a doubled over. You just take the clay and fold it over onto itself. Ooh, yeah. Okay. Let's bring the camera down so you can have a sideways view, just to see what it's kind of looking like at the minute from the side. Alright, there it is, sideways view. Plenty chunky enough rolled rim. Being critical of myself here, I'm just looking at that and thinking, whoa, actually that rolled rim is a little bit heavy looking, you know. So just seeing if I can just reduce the look of that heaviness. Alright, yeah, I've done it. Okay. Alright, so okay, throwing stick down the side here, straight shot all the way to the wheel head, okay, and a bevel. Bevel. Don't forget to bevel your. Very important. If you're interested in not trimming all your pots all the time and thumbing off, then you really should be very interested in putting in a bevel, because that's going to make thumbing off easier. Bear in mind that these are not trimmed because we're going to make them square in a minute. Alright, so what we'll do is we'll just leather the rim like that. Now I'm going to have to move that camera. Oh, wait a minute, I didn't check the diameter, did I? Yikes, he's not big enough. Oh dear. Well, yeah, he's alright. He'll be okay, he's not quite out to 7. What the heck? Yeah, let's have another peek at it. Let's have another peek at it. So, straight down here, the side, you see, pretty much. Doesn't matter, it can have a slight bow in it, there's nothing wrong with that. Alright. So, what I want to do, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this. Oh, I don't know how satisfactorily I'm going to be able to do it. Because maybe if I come in here, I'm trying to get on top of it so you can see. I think that's about as on top as I can get in a minute. I hope I won't kick the tripod for 6. Right, so what we want to do now is the squaring. So how do we do that? Well, so normally I use a twisted cut-off wire, don't I, for cutting off underneath. So the way I'm going to do this, I'm going to cut in on both sides, okay, and lift the wall of the pot in. I'm not in this case going to use a twisted wire to do it, partly because the twisted wire is a little bit thicker by virtue of the fact that it's 2 strands twisted together, and I don't want thickness. I'm going to use a single strand of nylon wire in this case, okay? So what we're going to do is, my aim is to situate the wire like that on my finger, okay, not just so, yeah, like that. So what I'm going to do is, estimating that the thickness of the base is roughly around about 1/4 inch, I'm going to have the wire taut and I'm going to pull it towards me, and that wire is going to come in over the top. Like that. Okay, let me hold the wire there and bring the camera down upon that so you can see that, because this is important to see. Alright, can you see what I've done with you see the wire has cut in through the side there, but just over the top of the base. Alright, so I'm going to do exactly the same thing on the other side. Put that back on a tripod. Make sure we're still in the picture. Yeah, okay. So pulling the wire in is one thing. I want to get the wire out now carefully. That's it. So now I'm going to go in here on this side, right opposite that. Like that. And then pull out again. Okay. Alright, so there you see there's 2 cuts that have been made. Well, the next thing to do is, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the wall of the pot here and I'm going to lift it in. Alright, like this. Lift, like that. Alright, and drop it in there. And now I'm going to do the same. Don't worry at the moment if he's a bit out of shape. He'll get a bit out of shape in doing this. So we're going to lift the wall. All right. I'd like to show you that actually. Whoa. Can you see that there? You see I've lifted it there. You see you got to get some air between as you lift it, before you lift it and drop it down further inside, okay? All right, let's do that one, okay. And drop him down. Okay, so what we're doing here is we are joining wet to wet. That's always a good thing to do. So now, just with my finger here, you're going to have to do these in 2 stages. There's the making stage now, and then there's the fettling off stage, where we will come back to it when it's stiffened off. I won't be able to do that in this clip really. Alright, now we're gonna square him like that, and also a bit like that. Just going to measure that a second. Yeah, well, to pushing out to sort of, I'm going to make a word up now, quadrify. I don't know if that makes any sense. Sometimes I make up words. Like to make round, I say, actually some of these words are mixtures of Spanish and English, because I say redondify, which means actually, in Spanish, redondo means round. So I say redondify. That's alright. Who says we can't make up our own words? Alright. So, yeah, at this stage, you've got to bear in mind that we can only do so much, but what I wanted to do was put on those lugs while it's nice and wet. So what I'm going to do is actually give it a bit of treatment. Actually, I just want to show you. I want to show you what it looks like there on the outside. You see? See where I've lifted in the wall? Sorry, we're playing yo-yo with the camera today, aren't we? Let's just pull that back a tad.